Thank you guys for watching the Animal One Guy YouTube videos. If you like this video, please leave a like and even comment below. And if you like all my content, please hit the subscribe button. And why not click the bell icon for notifications too? That way you can see all my videos. Give me the ball. Alright everybody, here we are for episode 3. And she gets asked about a lot. And here she is. Now, you're not getting a super ton of updates right away in the beginning to track her progress like I did Ripley, solely because of the time I got her and the age that she kind of is doing, well, she was kind of going into a brumation, to be honest, and which is okay. It is that, winter time, so there's a lot of sleep going on. A lot of sleep. But something has happened. I walked by today, and she alternates from sleeping in that cave to underneath this hide, although normally this hide was underneath the heat bulb, but now I've got some command strips with these hooks, so I was able to put this heat lamp, or this hammock here. I will move this over a little bit so she can use that to get on there, and I'll raise the bulb up. It's just on a stand, so I can just raise it up. That way it's not that close and doesn't get too hot. But first I'm going to leave it where it is. That way I can get an accurate UV temp and temp of that. That way I know how much to raise it. And then I'll check it throughout the day, like every half hour. I'll see how the temp moves. Here she is. But I know I kind of spoiled it before. I saw that. That's crap. And there's a little piece of stuck shed. But that is crap. So I gave her one bath. Only a little bit came off. But really she needs a lot of baths. But going into the bruminating, you kind of wait. So what have I noticed her doing? So I've offered her food. She didn't really eat. But she was drinking. So what I did is I took some red leaf lettuce, like a big piece of it, right? And this is what sometimes you can do. And while she was going over here to drink, I would dip it in the water, kind of have the ends wet, and then she would go to lick it, and then she would nibble on it. So she ate a good piece of red leaf lettuce, but that's all she's eaten so far with me. But we have this stool, which I hope this doesn't gross you guys out, but for me, and think of a vet or anyone like that, this is going to tell us a lot. This is going to tell us a lot of what she's been doing while she's here. So this stool, so here's, don't worry, I'm not going to touch it, guys. This is the urate right here. It's not just that little piece there. This whole piece is actually a piece of urate. It's just covered in poo because her poo is very wet. Although it's not diarrhea, it's very wet because she's been just not really eating stuff to dry that up. So it's mostly water. Even like I said, the red leaf lettuce, although it's better than iceberg and a little bit better than romaine, it's still high water content. But I wanted to make sure she was hydrated as well since she had gone so long without water. So this is actually a perfectly acceptable stool for the situation she's in. For a normal bearded dragon, I would say it's not. I would say it's much too liquidy. You should be drying them up. You should be eating darker greens, or you should even be working in some bugs for some fiber. More bugs, crickets, roaches, with the greens. But in this case, for her, it's okay. So there is that update. I know, what a great update. Drinking this, that. But I want to show you something else that I think takes this full circle, because the next video I make is going to really be focused on her eating now that she's coming up out of brumation and getting warm. And like I said, normally this piece was right here underneath the heat light, but since I've now got the way to hold the hammock, I've put the hammock up. Like I said, I have to wait about a half hour for the hammock to get up to temp, and then measure the temperature and the UV and know how high. I'm definitely going to have to raise that light. If I were to guess, I mean, probably 2-3 inches. Not that much. But remember before when she was like just really pissed at me, wanted to bite me, wanted to just kill me, would hiss at me when I first got her. So, you know, if we come to see an update, let me just kind of zoom in on her head here. I'm going to just pet her. Look at her head. She's not becoming defensive. She's not leaning her body away from me. She's not sucking in all this air to seem wide. She is a bit wider, but that's because she was basking. So she's actually allowing me to pet her without hissing, without which is amazing. The other nice thing, and let's see, I'm going to come down here. We'll zoom in. If we come to her side, she was so pokey the day I got her. Her little bristles here, these little spikes, they're nice and soft again, like they're supposed to be for a bearded dragon. Like some people, you know, they'll do the pinch test on the skin and stuff. For bearded dragons, hydration, one of the best ways are... Hi. Oh, she might be getting a little mad now. But one of the best ways for dehydration is to check these little spikes there. If they're super hard, they're very dehydrated. Might not, you know, your dragon might be a he. So, but that's really good. So, what are things I need to work on? We need to get her eating, and this day of basking and getting her up to temp. It's going to be a real good way to, you know, get her food hungry, especially too since she just pushed that out. She's got room. Oh, she looked at the camera. Da 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 da. Dramatic eagle, but dramatic bearded dragon. God, her color is just beautiful. Almost like a giraffe type color going down her, which is just gorgeous. Maybe she'll get healthy and I'll mate her and Mongo together. Ooh, because Mongo's that bright lemon. But so get her healthy, get her warmed up so I can start feeding her, and we got to work on more baths for that stuck shed, but I was waiting for her to wake up. I'm not going to turn her over now. Her nails are looking really good after cutting them. If you guys remember how big they were, this foot is resting really well for a bearded dragon. Her toes are straight. They will always sit on the nail, but her toes should just be parallel coming off the base of the foot here. They should not be elevated. This one looks down a little bit, but if you look, it's because it's in like that crevice there. Come on, refocus on that foot. There we go. So that's really important. So she's doing great. I could not have saved her life without everyone on Patreon. Thank you so much. Without people who give to the GoFundMe for a one-time donation. Thank you so much. And then even if you don't do either of those, if you're just watching my videos on YouTube, when you leave a like, it helps the algorithm boost the numbers of you, which can potentially help me get ad revenue. When you leave a comment, it boosts the activity on that. So I know in the beginning I say, hey, subscribe, you know, that helps. Yeah, that's great. We're almost at a silver play button. Likes and comments help a lot, but, you know, I like interacting with you guys. And for all you guys who watch the horrible ads, but you don't skip them, that's the only way you get money is when you don't skip the ads. You guys are absolutely amazing. So I am going to stop filming this video, episode 3. I'm going to clean this newspaper, come back in a half hour to check the temp here and the UV, and then make an adjustment. Thank you guys. Take care. Thank you guys for supporting my reptile rescue family.